There is this long-standing narrative that Africans do not like Black Americans. What do you think of that?
Oh, that's a big one. So I wouldn't say so much that it's that Africans don't like Black people. I really believe that there is a misunderstanding between these two sides of a Black family. I call the African immigrant, which I am. You're an African American, but it's two different sides of a Black family. Us, traditionally, we stayed in the motherland. You have been taken away from the motherland to here. And somewhere in the process, we lost touch of who we are from one another. So I remember when I arrived here, my tendency was to not trust African Americans. It really was, because we get trained back home. I'm just going to talk for myself, but sadly, I think it's a lot the same for many Africans. It's very sad because they're like, oh, these African Americans, they have no culture. And I think what it is because the biggest thing that outside world and other Africans can see of African Americans, we call it this way, but the urban Black ghetto culture, that's what we
call it
see.
Ghetto here.
That's
Hood rattery.
I mean, that's what we see. But the problem, I think where we went wrong is that not understanding it's not representative of the rest of the Black American culture. And so when you see the behavior of a minority being presented to you as if it is the behavior of a majority, then you tend to think that this is what the majority is. And so a big bad stereotype was created there. And definitely for me it was as well. So our parents are like, be careful of these people. They're violent, they're scary, they don't like to study, and all of that. That's pretty much what we're told about African Americans. So it took for me to come to this country and to be dealing with everyday African Americans to be like, wait, what? And then even myself start to see for myself, oh, okay, there is definitely this urban Black ghetto culture that they're talking about, but there is also all of these other African Americans, millions and millions of them, leading and running amazing lives, raising families, building businesses, being great professionals. I mean, I didn't expect that. And so for me, that's what it took to change my mind. So I think especially the music industry is what has caused a lot of problem, as well as Hollywood also has caused a lot of problems in terms of sending the stereotypes to the outside world. And then conversely, I think Hollywood and just the media in general has done a very good job also of depicting the other side of a Black family to you guys. I mean, when I first came to this country, I had some African Americans who were asking me if I had pet lions, and also how did I get to this country? You know, because they think we don't even get on planes or anything like that. This was the first time, I was asked some of these questions or people making some of these remarks. And also them thinking that same thing. They're thinking that we're these extremely poor people. It's one thing to be poor, but them also thinking we're these ignorant people who don't have access to education or anything like that. We eat weird things and all of that. So we've basically been told the same thing about each other by the same people. And so when I discovered that, it was a big awakening for me. And that's when I started myself going towards more African Americans, and also started going towards more people who were supposedly part of a community that is called the Black urban ghetto culture, and then trying to really understand what's going on over there. And I've had some amazing friends who come from that side of the community. So to answer your question, I was raised to not like and to not trust and to not value African Americans. But the reality of just being here, being with African Americans, made me realize this is all a lie. Talking about lies, when you make it that how a minority behaves is the way the majority behaves, you might be right about how that minority behaves. It's true. But if you want to make it the truth about the whole thing, you lied. And so that's what I discovered. And I'm not proud to say it, but I have to be honest, when you ask me the question, I used to be, I think, a bigot towards African Americans and wanting nothing to do with them, because I was fearful for my own life when it came to them. Just come to understand, as all groups, you have a subset who doesn't do good things and doesn't behave a certain way, but that shouldn't be an indictment on the rest of the community.